Hi girlies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of my favourite Christmas vanilla scented products. I'm also going to be showing you this new dry brushing routine that I've been doing, as well as this new workout that I like to do when I've got my hair oil on. And of course, I've come up with a new vanilla layering combo that I really like at the moment, so I'm going to be sharing that with you too. I'm starting this morning routine off at about 1 o'clock, I think, in the afternoon. Lemon and I had a very busy morning. We went out with a couple of her friends to the park and we ended up coming across a little Christmas market. So we ended up walking around for about an hour, maybe two, and then we ended up going to the dog cafe where Lemon and her friends all had a little puppuccino. As per usual, I'm going in with Girlies Beauty's scalp strengthening hair oil as well as the matching bamboo brush. I said to you guys before, I generally buy these in threes because this does come from the US, so it just saves me a little bit of money on shipping, but I didn't end up buying anything in Black Friday because I have still got a full bottle, and I'm pretty sure that Girlies Beauty do a Boxing Day sale. As of recently, I've seen quite a lot of fakes on Amazon, and as far as I know, you can only get Girlies Beauty at girliesbeauty.com, so please do not be fooled because I wouldn't want you guys to be putting some random oil on your hair. After massaging my oil in for about 2, maybe 3 minutes, I went to go and find my Beauty of Josie and eye mask. These are my favourite eye masks that I've ever used, and I just could not find them anywhere. It took me about 2 hours before I actually came across them, and it was just mixed in with my body butters. I know that I have the Beauty of Josie and eye mask because I did an ad with them. I have looked everywhere for them, and they're an eye mask that I really believe in. I don't normally like eye masks. Cannot find it for the life of me. I'm then going to go in with REM's Luxury Under Eye Mask. They're really pretty. I'm using the like purpley iridescent shade. I think there's a green and also a clear white one, but they just look really pretty. I am almost embarrassed to admit that I actually haven't been to see Wicked for good. I think I've been a fan of Wicked since maybe I was about 16, and this is because I saw Ariana Grande singing a cover of it, and this is how like I first came to love Wicked. And I went to see it with my husband when I think we were about 18, and I loved it. And I think I just don't want the movies to be over. I know there's speculation that they might be making spin-offs, but yeah, I just don't want it to be over. I will go and see it, but I don't know when. Looks like I'm being really mean to Lemon, but she always stands on my aloe yoga mat, and it's pretty expensive to be honest, and I keep trying to clean it, but I don't know if you guys can see from here, there's just little kind of splotches on it, and I don't really know how to clean it. I clean it with Dettol wipes, and I've gone over and over with it with other different things, but I just can't get anything to bring out this kind of darkness on the mat. So I think the issue is Lemon. She thinks everything that is mine is naturally hers, and it's just not the case. So I am currently on the treadmill, and this is something that Josh and I have had not a disagreement, but he wasn't really very pleased that I bought this. But I've got so much to do today, but because I bought it yesterday, I thought I'm just going to give it a go. I've forgotten to put my Apple Watch on, and what I like to do is 3:30. Lemon's coming over to investigate, and do you know what? It is actually quite difficult. Like, I think a lot of people think that it's just walking on a treadmill, but because I think I'm on a 15 incline rather than a 12. But yeah, so I'm going to see if this burns 300 calories, and then I will let you guys know. Anyone that says that walking on a treadmill is easy, try the 3:30. I have done 32 minutes and I did a little cool down, and I have burnt 240 calories. So it's not quite like it used to be on my stepdad's treadmill, but I'm happy with anything above 200 in 30 minutes. I'm fine. I've literally just stopped. I'm fine, but if you can see the sweat coming from my head, so it's nice to get a cardio workout in because I hate jumping. I used to do cardio boxing, but there is a certain lady in this house that just cannot cope. She gets too excited and it's just not feasible. I'm now moving on to the dry brushing routine that I've recently been using. So I'm going to open my lymphatics, and I think this is something I've shown you guys before. So I'm doing the 2 little V's under my sort of ear and neck sort of situation, rubbing under my armpits, and then just also tapping above my collarbones. So if you're like me and you're not really 100% sure what dry brushing does, this kind of helps drain your lymphatics as well as exfoliating your skin. I can't say yet because I've not used it for a long enough time whether I think dry brushing really works for me, but this is something I'm going to keep up doing. I think I'm going to do it maybe twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. I'm not sure how often you're supposed to do this. This is definitely something I'm going to do some more research in, and I would definitely encourage you guys to research for yourself. I understand the basics. I think I'm following along with this video from Tina Egro, and she split our body into like a cross, and she's saying that you're pushing all the fluid up into the little sections where the dots are. Now, for whatever reason, I thought I was only going to be doing my legs and my arms in this routine, but you do actually do your belly as well. Obviously, I can't show you guys that because I was in my towel, so next time I will, I don't know, wear shorts and a sports bra. Another thing I want to do as well is I'm going to maybe try this for 4 weeks. I'm going to take a before and after because, again, I'm just not really sure how this is going to make a difference to my body for the long term, but I want to give it a go before I turn my nose up at it. Moving on to my vanilla shower care, I've noticed that when I exfoliate my legs with anything that's too abrasive, I get these little red bumps on my legs, and so I've started using Soap & Glory's Vanillicious exfoliator. Now, I am not like the biggest fan of the texture because I think when I think exfoliator, I think the Tree Hut very gritty exfoliator, but this is amazing for my legs and my very sensitive skin. For shaving, I'm going in with Imperial Leather's Foam Burst, and this is in vanilla and jasmine, I think, and this is something I use very regularly. I don't have a lot left, but this has lasted me a good 6 months. I'm going to start my hair care with the Way Scalp and Body Scrub, and I'm just going to rub this into my scalp. I like to use this after I've done my hair oil just to make sure I get rid of all the oil and any excess buildup. For my first shampoo, I'm going with the Anne Honey Sakura Pixie Moist Silky Shampoo. That is quite a long name now that I think about it, but I got this from YesStyle for one of our collaborations and it just smells really nice. I have really oily hair and I find that if I use a shampoo for too long, my hair kind of gets used to it and starts getting oily, so I am trying to interchange my shampoos. Another YesStyle product I'm really loving at the moment is the Skin 1004 Porumizing Deep Cleansing Foam, and I'm really loving using this face wash. The second shampoo, I'm just going in with Lush's Daddy-O shampoo, and this is one of my favorites for my oily hair. For my first cleanse, I'm going in with Snowflakes and Cashmere from Bath & Body Works. Now, this is one of my new favorite vanilla scents. It has this frosted clementine kind of undertone. Now, I don't know if that means that it's just a clementine undertone or if frosted clementine smells differently. For my upper body exfoliator, I'm going in with Tree Hut's Mistletoe Magic, which is a vanilla bean scented exfoliator. You guys know how much I love Tree Hut's vanilla exfoliator, and I would say this is still a very strong vanilla, but it doesn't have that really sweet cupcakey smell to it. This also has notes of mistletoe green and spearmint, and it's really kind of helping me to like a minty smell. I think at the moment I'm really liking a minty vanilla smell because it's not too minty, but it still has that sweetness. I'm going back in with my Imperial Leather Foam Burst in Jasmine and Vanilla Orchard just to shave my arms. I'm using Fenty Hair's The Rich One Conditioner, and I really like this conditioner. I love the bottle, but it is so hard to get an aesthetic clip using a pump bottle. If you've ever watched one of my videos before, it will be no surprise to you that I'm using the Very Vanilla Whip from Sunday. When a Sunday foam runs out, at least in my experience, it still feels like there's some product in there, but I could not get anything out of this can for the life of me, but I do have another 2 Very Vanillas. And that is me finished for body care in the shower. The first piece of body care I'm going to use out of the shower is Tree Hut's Vanilla Body Butter. This is my favourite body butter. I think it's my favourite body butter. I really love the consistency of it. I have other body butters I love like Vanillicious, but this is just the perfect thickness that adds that extra bit of moisture that my legs definitely need. I'm then going in with Lush's Super Milk Dusting Powder. Now to me this has more of a citrusy smell, but there are notes of vanilla and also caramel as well, so it does pair really nicely with this Tree Hut body butter. For the top half of my body, I'm going to be using the Snowflakes and Cashmere body lotion. This matches the shower gel that I used earlier, and I just really love this Christmassy vanilla smell. Something I saw recently on TikTok was applying a sticky primer or like a really grippy primer to help your fragrance stay all day. So I'm going in with Milk Makeup's Hydro Grip Primer. I'm just applying this to the sides of my neck, my wrists, and also the inner bits of my elbows. This is a step that I've been so excited to share with you guys. So this is Fenty's Body Lava Body Luminizer in Oyster Pearls, and I just want you to look at how sparkly my skin is. I think this is probably my most favorite body luminizer. Like, I love some of my body oils that have this illuminizing glow in it, but this, just look at my skin. My first piece of fragrance, I'm going in with Sweet Vanilla from the Mind fragrance line, and this just smells exactly like Tree Hut's vanilla, and I can't find the body mist anywhere in the UK, and this is a really good alternative for less than half of the price. For my perfume, I'm mixing together Ariana Grande's Mod Vanilla as well as Kayali's Vanilla Candy, and these scents just go really nicely together. I think Mod Vanilla is a little bit sweeter than Kayali's Vanilla Candy. Sometimes I like to pair my Vanilla 28 with the Mod Vanilla perfume, but there's something about Kayali's Vanilla Candy that just has maybe an almost bubblegummy kind of smell, and it just pairs really nicely with all the sweet products I've already used. That is everything I have to show you guys today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.